The AP, saying Francisco Elon Musk's enigmatic nature and unorthodox strategies are coming to light as major exhibits in a trial centered on one of his most divisive hobbies, tweeting. The 51-year-old entrepreneur was drawn into a federal courtroom in San Francisco for 3 days of testimony that provided a glimpse into his frequently enigmatic mind. The trial was based on a series of tweets that claimed Musk had secured the funding to take Tesla private in 2018. Musk came portrayed as impulsive, aggressive, belligerent, and disdainful of anyone who questioned his objectives through both his testimony and the supporting documentation. Musk is a game-changing entrepreneur who has drawn comparisons to the late Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Other times, Musk seemed like the astute visionary his fans laud him to be, an adventurous renegade who, by his own reckoning, has raised more than $100 billion from investors. His management of trailblazing businesses like PayPal in digital payments, Tesla in electric cars, and SpaceX in rocket ships has amply rewarded them. Because of my stellar track record, it is pretty simple for me to receive investor support, Musk cynically remarked. Here is what is currently known. Setting down the seeds. Musk began considering taking Tesla private in 2017 so he wouldn't have to deal with the hassles and distractions that come with managing a publicly traded company, according to evidence and testimony. Musk wrote a letter to Tesla's board on August 1, 2018, outlining his reasons for wanting to take the automaker private at a price of $420 per share, or about 20% more than its stock price at the time. This was after a meeting on July 31, 2018, with a senior representative from Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund. The dangerous tweets. The key tweet from Musk on August 7, 2018, stating that finance was secured for the takeover of Tesla, is what the case revolves around. According to Musk's testimony, he hurriedly sent the tweet minutes before boarding his private jet after learning that the Financial Times was about to publish an article about how the Public Investment Fund of Saudi Arabia had spent about $2 billion purchasing a 5% stake in Tesla to diversify its holdings beyond oil. Musk responded a few hours later with another post that implied a transaction was close to happening amid significant doubt over whether his Twitter account had been hacked or he was joking. Musk admitted in court, "I had no ulterior motivation. My goal was to act in the best interests of all shareholders." Musk's strategy for publicizing a potential acquisition was mocked as an extreme outlier rife with potential conflicts by Guhan Subramanian, a Harvard University business and law professor appointed as a consultant for shareholder counsel. According to Subramanian's testimony, the risk is that Mr. Musk timed the release of his management buyout plan to serve his own interests rather than the interests of the firm. Where is the cash? A different problem poses a challenge to Musk's defense. Based on testimony from Musk and other witnesses as well as other evidence, he hadn't even determined how much money would be required to execute his proposed deal or secured the financing for it. Additionally, it led to accusations from regulators that Musk had misled investors with his tweets, which led to a $40 million settlement with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission and Musk's resignation as chairman of Tesla. The 2018 deal, which Musk refused to recognize culpability in and has subsequently bemoaned making, cannot be brought up in court, according to Chen. During a face-to-face discussion with Yasser Al-Rumayyan, governor of Saudi Arabia's wealth fund, on July 31, 2018, Musk testified that he thought he had obtained an oral promise to supply money wherever it was required for a Tesla buyout. Deepak Ahuja, the former chief financial officer of Tesla, who was present throughout the conversations and gave Al-Rumayyan a tour of a Tesla factory for 30 minutes, confirmed this in his evidence. Al-Rumayyan wrote to Musk, "I would want to listen to your proposal, Elon, and what are the financial calculations to take it," according to a copy offered as proof in the trial. Al-text Rumayyan's was interpreted by Musk as an effort to back out of a previous agreement. Additionally, he maintained that the Saudi fund had made an unequivocal commitment to funding the buyout. Maneuvering money. After his 2018 tweets, Musk tried to get the money needed for the Tesla buyout with the help of Egon Durbin, co-CEO of the private equity firm Silver Lake, which helped finance the Dell buyout in 2013. Musk also enlisted Dan Dees, a top executive with Goldman Sachs, an investment banking firm that had worked closely with Tesla. According to the records, the buyout would have needed anywhere between $20 billion and $70 billion. Durbin and Dees both testified that the cash never came close to being raised because Musk abandoned his plan to take Tesla private on August 24, 2018, after talking with shareholders. After 2 stock splits were taken into account, the current value of Tesla's shares was 8 times what it was back then. Musk continues to maintain that he could have obtained the funds if he had desired to do so, and even if there had been a shortfall, he could have made up the difference by selling some of his shares in privately held SpaceX. With the exception of selling around $23 billion of his Tesla stock, Musk employed same method in his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter. Gracias testified, he is the Michael Jordan of fundraising. Thank you for listening and don't forget to subscribe.